What's up, everybody? This is Madden Football, aka Play Madden Football, on Twitch. And I normally, obviously, everyone knows I share my Madden video game football content. I sometimes stream live and share my games here. However, I actually have some new content to share with you guys this time. Something having to do with real NFL and real football. For the past many years now, I've actually been betting and gambling, doing some sports betting on NFL football, and I very much enjoy it. And last year specifically, I actually kind of changed my betting strategy and my strategy, the way that I bet. And I had a lot of success, actually. I started out with a certain amount of money in my sports book and my sports betting account. And by the end of the season, actually, to be honest, by the end of the regular season, I didn't really bet too much in the playoffs. But by the end of the regular season, I actually had almost 6 times the money in there. It was over 5 times, almost 6 times the amount of money that I started with. So I was super surprised about that. I had never done that before. I do a little bit of stock trading, for a living in my normal business, but I never had that much success with the gambling side. So I wanted to try to I'm excited again to do it again this season. And I wanted to, bet a little bit bigger than I did last season. And I wanted to share it on here with you guys as well. So basically, with that being said, how I want to do it, basically, I want to try to make a video every week, making my picks, my weekly game picks of all the games, going through each game, giving my opinion on it, and then my picks against the spread and everything. And then also from there, after that, I'll actually go ahead and place my bets live here on the video with my sports book, and place the bets live so you guys can see the bets that I place live here on YouTube. And spoiler alert, just to cut to the chase, most of the bets that I place are mostly all going to be 4-team parlays. Some different, some 3-team parlays and stuff. I'll get more into that later. I'll get more into the actual strategy that I use to place my bets in this video and in future videos. But I just wanted to kind of have a little introduction, to let you guys know. So basically, yes, again, it's Play Madden Football, or aka Madden Football. Getting into it, you guys. Thanks for listening. And now I'm going to get into week number 2 and get into the games. So as you can see, this is week number 2. Week number 1, the first week of the season, is, in my opinion, it's kind of difficult to make any bets on the first week because obviously it's the first week of the season. The teams are brand new, and you don't really know how a lot of teams are going to look. So I did play some small bets last week. However, I didn't really have much success. To be honest with you, who knew that the Packers were going to perform that bad in Minnesota? We'll get into that later. And also, don't even get me started last night on Russell Wilson. Oof, garbage going into Seattle. But anyways, now that we've seen all the teams play, I think I'm gonna get started here at week 2 to kind of start my strategy here at week 2 and start ramping up my bets. So basically, just getting into the games, just get started into the games. Basically, yeah, this is the sports book that I use here. I use this sports book. It's a smaller sports book. I'm not going to get into the reasons why I use it. But yeah, basically, this is a sports book that I use. Some of the spreads that I have on here will actually be a little bit worse spreads because it's a smaller sports book. You might be able to, I also have this page as well that references other sports books like Caesars, MGM, as well as FanDuel, some others. They might be able to find some better spreads here. So I reference both. But however, this is the one that I use, so I basically start with this. Yeah. So I guess just jumping right into it, in week number 2, first game that we have here is LA Chargers at Kansas City. Kansas City is at home, and they're favored minus the 4 points. To me, this is I call this a stay away game. I have 3 categories of games. I like to break up the games into 3 categories before I choose to make my bets. This will be a stay away. The 3 categories are money picks, my picks, money picks that those are games that usually I'm like 70 to 80% confident about those, and those are games I will actually put money into. I'll place them on my tickets and bet on them. Then I have maybe games. Maybe games are like kind of on the fence about it. Possible maybe I might end up placing maybe later on. I might put a smaller ticket on it, but most likely I probably won't put any money on it. Just a maybe game. Sometimes I have some live underdogs in that category, stuff like that, some possibilities, just ideas. And then the last game is finally a stay away game. Just games that I don't believe there's any edge in the game at all. I just don't believe there's any edge in the action, and games that I will definitely I just I have no interest in betting on. No interest in putting any money into at all. So this game right here is falls into that latter category of the stay away games. Basically because who are you going to bet against in this situation? They're both coming off really great performances. Kansas City, going into who did they play again? I'm forgetting already. Going into Arizona, whooped Arizona. Looked amazing. Mahomes looked amazing. Andy Reid still doing all his Andy Reid things. And yeah, and as well as the Chargers. They played the Raiders and did very well against the Raiders. If I had to pick against this, man, I don't even know who I'd pick. That's exactly why I call it a stay away game. If I had to pick, I'd probably go with Kansas City at home minus the 4. And another thing that you're gonna notice that I do, I like to buy points. I do bet against the spread. I don't like the money lines. I don't like the odds on them. I do take the spreads, but sometimes I'll buy points. In this case, I would probably, if I had to bet this game, I'd probably take Kansas City, and I'd probably buy a point and a half for a point. So I'd have it either minus 2.5 or minus 3, probably a point and a half. I'd probably have Kansas City minus the 2.5, buying a point and a half, and I'd probably grab that minus, at home. Pretty much a pick 'em in my situation, but this maybe over would be the pick too. Anyways, but this is a stay away game for me. Next game. Carolina Panthers at New York Giants. This game is actually one of my money picks of the week. As you can see right here, money picks of the week. Let me see. There we go. This isn't one of my top money picks. It's actually my number 4 money pick of the week. As you can see, these are my 3 categories. These are my money game picks. I have 5 this week. If you just want to cut to the chase, here you go. These are my top 3 most confident games. These are all including with the spread. I didn't put the spread on here, but these are all with the spread. And these are also 2 of my money game picks. My 4th confident is Carolina over New York Jets. I do like Carolina plus the 2.5 or 3 point. I'll probably take a couple points. Again, buy a couple points, but depending where, let's see what the spread is on here. Carolina. Yeah, right. So 2.5 plus 2.5. But again, you can buy a point or a point and a half. You can get and juice that up to already all the way up to point plus 4 if you want. That's probably what I will do. But I do even like them. Honestly, I like them to win outright here. So there you go. That's my prediction on the game. I like them to win outright. I'll probably juice it to plus 4, but the reason why I'm not so confident. And keep I just got finished rewatching the Carolina Browns game on Sunday. I just got finished rewatching that about an hour ago, and then I just got finished rewatching the Baltimore and New York Jets game. I like to watch every game again. On Sundays, I watch the Sunday ticket, then I watch every game again over the week. Just do my research and all the players. But yes, I do like Carolina plus 3 here. In this case of this game, my opinion on it would be New York Giants. They did impress me last week down in Tennessee, having a big victory. However, to be honest, have nothing but respect for our military, for the patriots that we have, for our first responders. However, Sunday was actually 9/11, and I believe there was a little bit of a good mojo or like good spirit for the New York Giants because maybe I'm superstitious, but to be honest with you, at Tennessee, they should have lost that game. They fought. Don't get me wrong. They fought the first half. They really didn't do much. Tennessee was dominating them. I watched that game as well. To be honest with you, I had I had some money on Tennessee minus the 4.5 or minus the 5, I believe. But yes, the first half it did look good. They couldn't stop Tennessee's run. But the second half, Daniel Jones did come back a bit. Daniel Jones was playing pretty decent in the second half, and they made a game out of it. Tennessee had some turnovers, and then keep in mind, Tennessee at the end of the game, Tannehill did drive them down, and they had a chance for a field goal to win the game. However, the field goal kicker just missed the kick. So I believe the Giants got a little bit lucky. I believe they'll be riding very high off that win, maybe a little bit too high off kind of a lucky win. They didn't really show me too much. Although Saquon did play well, I know they do have Saquon. However, Carolina, they're coming off a very tough loss to the Browns. Like I said, I also just got finished watching that game as well. And Baker Mayfield, the first half he did play pretty bad. He had a little bit of emotions in that game, I believe, obviously for obvious reasons, his old team. And the first half he played pretty bad. However, the second half he came back and played pretty well. He missed some throws, but he played pretty well and put him in a position to win in the fourth quarter. Their defense did impress me. Not that much, but it made some plays. And overall, I believe they're a pretty solid team. I believe they have a better roster than the New York Giants overall. Yes, the New York Giants have Saquon, but Carolina they have Christian McCaffrey. I believe Baker's gonna keep playing well. He's a resilient player, and after a tough loss on their home opener, I believe Carolina is going to be fired up. They're not going to want to lose two in a row. And they're they're getting 2.5 points going into New York Giants. I believe the Carolina is the better team, better roster. Yes, it is New York. It's their home opener. But however, like I said, I'll probably buy a couple point and a half. So I'll probably take this +3 or +4. But Carolina going into New York, I believe they're a live dog in this situation. I believe even plus the 2.5. I believe they're a live dog. I'm probably about say I'm 75% confident. I will pick Carolina this week against the New York Giants away at New York plus the 2.5 or 2.5, maybe 3. I'm going to juice up to 4. But yes, that is my pick on that. I believe Baker Mayfield will come in. I believe they'll win outright. Next game will be Indianapolis and Jacksonville. This game right here is a stay away game for me. Basically, I don't believe we can trust either team. Indianapolis, they didn't really show us much last week. They could barely tie the tide against Houston. Matty Ice, I believe he's old. Matty Ice just doesn't really look good, and he doesn't really look right in blue. To be honest with you, he's getting old. He doesn't show much. And I believe Indianapolis, like, who else do they have? Who else is on their roster? I don't believe they really have too much talent on offense or on defense, roster-wise. I do not trust them at all this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they barely scrape out 7 or 8 wins this year. We'll see. But right now, as it is now, you won't see me trusting them and putting any money on them until they show me something drastically. Jacksonville, they showed a little bit last week. Who did they play? I have bad memory, but yes, they played the Commanders last week. They showed a little bit. I know that I like Doug Peterson, new coach over there. The surfer, I'll call him Surfer Boy, Trevor Lawrence. I wanted to see a little bit more improvement for him in year 2. He didn't really show much improvement. Granted, it's only the first game of the season. He made some throws, showed some sparks, but it didn't really show me enough for me to trust him. It's just I can't really trust either team. Neither team really looked that great. It's it's a stay away game for me, as you can see. Actually, I'm tripping. I was thinking it's a possible live dog just because Indy looks so garbage to me, and I believe Jacksonville might bounce back. If you can get them like +4, maybe live dog. But again, it won't be. These are all my maybe games, and these are not looking good. These ones are not looking good. I have 2 categories. I have some short list, and I have ones that are not even looking good. But in this week, they're all live dogs. So maybe some of these are. If you're looking for live dogs, this is a possibility. I won't be betting on this game, but if I had to, like I said, I'd pick Jacksonville plus the points. I believe it might be a close game. Jacksonville is at home, getting points against the Indy team that honestly very well could be garbage this year, and at least Jacksonville has some younger talent. So yeah, to me, I won't be betting on it, but I pick Jacksonville if I had to. This game, again, this is another one of my money games of the week. Here we go with Baltimore and Miami. As you can see, keep in mind, this is my least confident out of all my money picks. I will be putting some money into this game, but it's my least confident out of all the money picks. As you can see, these are in order of most confident. All right. These have below this. These have no order. These have no order at all. Anything below, these have no order. But these are in order. The money picks are in order of most confident for week 2 in NFL picks. So this is my 5th most confident. I do like Baltimore over Miami minus the 3.5, I believe. Minus the 4. No, minus the 3.5 at home. They are at home. I do. This is my least confident. Like I said, I just got finished watching the Baltimore Jets game. I believe the Baltimore defense looks pretty good. They did have an injury. They had an injury. Kyle Fuller was injured in the game. However, there's possible. So they have some injuries at the cornerback position. Marcus Peters is out as well. As you can see, I go through all the injury reports. However, I heard some rumors during the announcer was saying that it's possible that Marcus Peters could come back. The coach was saying, that possible that Peters, he could have even played last week. However, they're just being a little bit cautious. So there's a chance, and there's no guarantee, but there's a chance Peters could come back. Peters could come back on Sunday. Also, the other thing, this rookie Marcus Williams, he had a pick against Joe Flacco in the first half, and this rookie Marcus Williams is playing very, very well. He's over here killing it, Marcus Williams. All right, and keep in mind they do have Marlon Humphrey, who is arguably top 5 in the league. They still have Marlon Humphrey, who is arguably I'm not going to call him a shutdown corner, but he's arguably a top 5 in the league. Very, very solid top cornerback in the league. So yes, they do have some injuries at the cornerback position. However, I don't believe that will hold them down too much. Plus, it's possible that Peters could come back. Now, last week, Miami was playing last week against Patriots. But look, both of these teams, the Ravens and the Dolphins, they both had solid wins against pretty much bad teams last week. All right, like Miami, they beat the Patriots, but they didn't really show too much. Their defense played well, but it didn't play like amazing. I wouldn't say it's like a shutdown, a lockdown, scary defense. It was giving up in the second half, especially. Mac Jones was doubting them up for some quick passes and didn't really, kind of shredding them up for some quick passes. Then couldn't really seem to stop them. And yes, the Patriots running back, I believe he averaged almost over 5 yards per carry on them. Yes, as you can see, the Patriots running back Damien Harris averaged 5 yards per carry on their defense. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Miami's defense is some type of world-beating defense. No, they're more of a bend but don't. It looks like they're more of a bend but don't break defense. And Tua, I mean, I was watching Tua closely. He looks like the same old Tua. All right, like he doesn't look like anything amazing. He's not going to sit here and win the game for you. Tyreek Hill he was amazing. Yes, Tyreek Hill was probably the story of the game. But like I said, the Ravens, they still have Marlon Humphreys. They can put Marlon Humphreys on him, and I believe I believe the Ravens have better coach, and they have an edge in the coaching, as well as better quarterback with the former MVP Lamar Jackson, and they have better coaching. I believe with that coaching, they have ways of neutralizing Tyreek Hill with scheme, with coaching, as well as with they have some talent on defense. And I believe Action Jackson comes in confidence in his first home game of the season. Action Jackson comes in at home and covers the spread here. Like I said, I'll probably buy it down even more. I'll have it plus like probably minus the 2, just so they only need to win by a field goal. I believe they win by at least a field goal. I believe Ravens win by at least a field goal. I believe it's a hostile environment. I believe Tua up and going up, still a young team, a new team. Going up to the hostile environment. We'll see. Like I said, it's my least confident. I probably say I'm about 65-70% confident. But yes, I would take the Ravens this week at home over the Dolphins minus 3. I'd be happy with minus the 3. Now, next game, New England at Pittsburgh Steelers. To me, this would be, I believe, yes, a stay away game as well. Stay away game just for the simple fact that I don't trust really either team. As obviously New England put up pretty much. I mean, Bill Belichick himself would say it was a horrible performance last week at Miami. And Pittsburgh, I believe they did get a win last week. I believe they did against the Bengals, right? Yes, they did. However, this was a crazy game. This was a bunch of missed field goals, an overtime game. Oh yeah, and keep in mind the only reason why the game even went to overtime, didn't Micah Hyde block an extra point with like 5 seconds left on the game? That was a crazy game. The Pittsburgh probably shouldn't have won that game. It's their home opener. Mike Tomlin always does something to scrape out a win, but come on, they didn't really show us much last week. So, and plus, I did not like the way Mitch Trubisky played. Mitch Trubisky was throwing some inaccurate passes, some airmailing some stuff. No, absolutely not. I don't trust the Steelers. No, they didn't show me enough to trust them. And the Patriots, I mean, they're arguably one of the top worst rosters in the league. They didn't show me anything. However, I don't want to sit here and bet on the Steelers either because Bill Belichick, it's still Bill Belichick. He rarely loses 2 weeks in a row. And then again, betting, but I'm not going to bet on the Patriots either. They showed me nothing. Their roster is really bad. And anyways, I just can't bet on either team. It's a stay away game for me. If I had to bet on it, I'd probably take the Steelers at home plus the points. But they just lost T.J. Watt. It's tough. It's just a stay away game for me. Okay, now again, this is one of my money games of the week. Money games of the week. Cleveland Browns, New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. All right. And just so y'all know, I mean, honestly, and any gambler, really real NFL bettor probably knows this. Anytime the New York Jets are involved in a game, it's most likely going to be one of my money games of the week, unless they're playing another really bad team. or unless the spread is just way too wide, I'm gonna be betting against the New York Jets, just like I am this week, as you can see. Money game of the week. This is actually my third most confident game. Yes, of course, I'm taking Cleveland over the New York Jets at home. I would take them minus the 6. I would be fine to do that. However, I will probably be buying some points, so I'll probably have it at -5 or -4.5. But yes, I am taking them. Cleveland is coming off a very close win, an emotional close win at Carolina. Carolina made a game out of it, as I mentioned. I believe Cleveland showed a lot. They showed their running game was extremely dominant. I believe Chubb had like over 120 something yards, and then Kareem Hunt had some more yards. Extremely dominant. Jacoby Brissett looked okay. I mean, he's Jacoby Brissett. He's a big, strong quarterback. He's safe with the ball. He won't make anything amazing, but he won't lose the game for you. He won't have to win the game. And New York Jets, when New York Jets come to town, they'll be able to run the ball. Jets will not be able to stop the run. And Cleveland's defense looked very, very good against Carolina. Clowney had like 2 or 3 tip passes. I believe Myles Garrett had a sack. Their defense looked like one of the best defenses. Yes, I know Greedy Williams is injured, but they still have Denzel Ward. Like, no, the New York, I don't see how the Jets will be able to even move the ball at all or score at all. This is probably going to be a blowout. Cleveland's coming back home. It's their first home opener. I believe this game's going to get out of hand early. Yes, I'm very, as you can see, I'm very, very confident to take Cleveland minus the 6 points over New York. Yes, at home. That's fine. I believe they'll cover, and this game is going to be probably a double-digit victory for Cleveland. All right, there you go. Moving on, another one of my top picks of the week. Top picks of the week. Is yes, Tampa Bay. This is actually my top pick of the week. You guys, and I'm pretty confident on both of these top 2 games. I'm pretty even on both, but probably about 70-80% confident on both of them. Like I said, anything can happen in gambling. You never know. But yes, as you can see, I'm pretty confident about these. Yes, so Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I like Tampa Bay in this game. I believe they cover. I'm gonna buy the points. I'm gonna buy it down to like 1.5 probably. So I'm gonna have Tampa Bay minus 1.5, almost a pick 'em. I believe they cover. New Orleans. I mean, they showed something that they had a very close victory over the Falcons. They had a last second field goal. Okay, honestly, like they didn't show that much. I mean, I saw more from I was more surprised from the Falcons. I like Mariota. He's playing very well. I'm surprised the Falcons almost won the game. The Saints had to come down to a last second field goal. And the Saints offense was playing a bit sloppy. Well, yeah, the other thing, they say Kamara's questionable, right? Hold on. They say Kamara might be questionable. Look at that. Kamara might be questionable. He said, of course, he'll probably play, but he might not be 100%. It's famous Jameis is famous Jameis. Basically, look at Tom Brady had an amazing game in Dallas on Sunday. Dallas couldn't even muster but not even 3 points, was it? Not even 3 points. Tom Brady played amazing. Their whole roster. Tampa Bay is a stacked roster on both sides of the ball, almost an all-star roster. Yeah, they have some injuries on the offensive line, but if there's anybody in the world that can work around that, it's Tom Brady. The GOAT. Like, come on, man. I don't know. Like, honestly, if I was the casino, I'd be putting -5, -6. Like, -3 is too little. Yes, I'm jumping on that. Tampa Bay Bucks, okay, -3 to cover in this. I see them winning by probably a touchdown or more, maybe less. But like I said, I'm gonna buy this down to -1.5. I see them winning by at least a field goal at the very, very least. All right, Tampa Bay over New Orleans. Nothing against New Orleans. They have a great defense, but like I said, their offense, I don't trust their offense. Kamara might be 100%. I believe the Tampa Bay's defense might be the best in the league, especially stopping the run with Vita Vea. All those guys, they have Akeem Hicks now, Golston. It's ridiculous. Some fast linebackers. And then I believe even the Saints defense, they probably took a step down from last year. They're aging. I don't believe the Saints defense is even what it was, as you can see by the Falcons putting up, almost whooping them last week. So anyways, there you go. That's one of my top picks of the week. I am on Tampa Bay -3 all day too. All day. That's an easy pick. This game, Washington at Detroit. That's more of a stay away game for me. Actually, yeah, it is a stay away game. Just due to the simple fact, I don't trust either team. First of all, I hate both quarterbacks. I absolutely hate both quarterbacks. I hate Jared Goff. And I hate Carson Wentz. I call my nickname for Carson Wentz is trash. I think he's garbage. I hate both quarterbacks. I like the rest of the teams. Not that I like them, but mean, look, I like Riverboat Ron Rivera. I like their coach. They had a really good game last week. They had a solid victory. They beat last week. Solid victory at they beat Jacksonville Jaguars. And their defense looks very good. Detroit Lions, I think they might be a sleeper team this year. I think they might be a little bit underrated. I think they might take a step up from last year. I wouldn't want to bet against either team. If I had to pick, I probably would pick the Commanders just because they're getting plus the 2.5. But this is a stay away game for me. I wouldn't really want to bet against either team. All right. Next game, let's see. Next, like you said, stay away game for me there. Yes, Detroit. Exactly, stay away game for me there. Next game would be Atlanta Falcons at the Rams. Again, that's another stay. Actually, this game it might be a live dog. Just because there's so many points. Normally, I would probably be on the Rams here, but the Rams didn't really show me much. They didn't really play too well when Buffalo came to town. They lost to Buffalo. I believe they have the better roster, of course, but the Falcons actually showed me a lot. Like I said, putting up a good fight against the Saints. I like how Mariota's playing. And 10 points is just way too much. I would normally be on the Rams here if it was like anything like 5 or less, but 10.5 points, that's crazy. Like this might be a close game. The Falcons are, they're playing confident, and the Rams, I believe the Rams, they're almost for sure going to take a step down from last year. Like I said, they didn't look too great when Buffalo came to town, and there's no way they're going to. No one repeats the Super Bowl. So I think this game might be close. Definitely not. It might not be a 10-point game. And if you had to bet, I'd probably be on Atlanta. Probably, like I said, juice it up to like 11 or 12. Atlanta plus the 12 sounds kind of juicy here. There might be a live dog, but I probably, like I said, I won't be putting any money on that game. To me, it's a stay away game. Seahawks at Niners. Again, a stay away game for me again. Just way too many points. The Seahawks, like I said, I'm more disappointed in the Broncos after that horrible loss to Seattle. But again, the Niners. I am a Niners fan. I'm from San Francisco. I'm a Niners fan, guys. We got whooped in Chicago. They were slipping and sliding on us, dipping and grinding on us. Like we got whooped in Chicago. So I'm gonna need to see a lot more from the Niners this year. Like I said, I'd be on the Niners. Actually, I wouldn't even know who I'd pick in this game. Like I'd probably be on the Niners, but it was 7. Now it's 9. That's way too many points. This is a stay away game for sure. The Seattle Seahawks usually play us close. We're a division rival. They usually play us close every year. If I had to, I'd probably be on the Niners, but I just couldn't. Like not with that many points. Like I probably have to bet the money line. Just bet the money line Niners. Like this is a stay away game. Stay away game. Another stay away game. As you can see, these are all stay away games. SF Seattle stay away. What's the next game? Arizona at Las Vegas. Yeah, Arizona at Las Vegas. Maybe you could grab Arizona. I'll explain why. So Arizona at Las Vegas. It's really a stay away game for me, but I moved it up into the live dog category. Both teams are, it's hard to bet against either team. Arizona, they did show a lot last week. Playing one of the best, they took a loss, but probably maybe arguably one of the best teams in the league, Kansas City. Kyler Murray did play well. Their team played well. Yes, J.J. Watt is injured. However, they have other talent on defense. Raiders, they lost to a very good opponent in the L.A. Chargers, but they played well. I love Derek Carr. They have a lot of talent. They got Devontae now, who did show some spark in week 1. This is probably more of a pick 'em. I don't know why the Raiders are minus the 6. Like I said, I'd probably be on the Raiders to win the game. I think the Raiders will probably win the game, but I believe it'll be a close game. Minus the 6 is too much points. So if I had to bet on the game, I probably might have to bet Arizona and probably juice it up to, if I could juice it up to 7, 7.5, have to be on Arizona as another live dog. But again, I'm not going to not put any money onto this game. Both teams are just too good to bet against. I believe Arizona bounces back after a tough loss, and I believe Raiders do too. It's just tough. All right, so moving on. This game, this is another one of my top picks of the week. This is my number 2 top pick of the week. I'm not going to even talk too much about it. This is pretty obvious. This is a pretty obvious one, man. As you can see, pretty obvious. I don't know why. I get the spread. That's but even still with the spread. Look, the Bengals, they took an extremely tough loss, okay, at home for their opener. This was a crazy game against the Steelers, all right? Missed field goals, bouncing around, blocked extra Micah Hyde blocking a kick. This was an insane game. Oh yeah, TJ Watt got injured, but had a crazy interception. This was a crazy game. Look, Joe Burrow played well in the game. Jamar Chase played well in the game. Joe Burrow looks like he still has the fire in his eyes. He's still the same Joe Burrow. Their defense is still stacked roster. And the Cowboys, come on, man. Do I have to say anything? The Cowboys, I don't want to call them garbage, but dude, they scored 3 points in their home opener. 3 points. And honestly, like, I don't know if Dak was injured. He was a little injured before the game, but if I looked in his eyes, he was sitting on the bench before the game even started. I was looking in Dak's eyes. He looked nervous, man. He looked scared. And he played the game, couldn't really do nothing, and now he's injured. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks, already in surgery. You know who's gonna quarterback the Cowboys? What's his name again? Who's on the Cowboys? Look at this, man. Who's on the Cowboys roster? See, I don't even know who's gonna quarterback. Cooper Rush. What's his name? Cooper Rush, right? Look at this. Look at this is a joke, okay? Cooper Rush is gonna quarterback the Cowboys. Cooper Rush, right? Okay. So the Cowboys quarterback couldn't even do nothing already, right? No, I'm sorry. Look, let's just see the Cowboys so you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, Dak Prescott is out for 6 to 8 weeks with a fractured right thumb. All right. So he's done. Cooper Rush is quarterback. And the Cincinnati Bengals will be coming in with their mouths watering, sniffing blood in the water after a tough, unlucky loss at a home opener to Pittsburgh. Cincinnati Bengals, this is probably going to be a blowout 14-plus point victory. Cincinnati Bengals is going to come in and blow out these Cowboys, dude. I'm jumping on Cincinnati minus the 7. I'm probably going to, like I said, juice it down to -6, -5.5, -6. But yes, I'm on Cincinnati -7. Are you crazy? You have to. Like, that's one of my top 2 picks of the week. I'm sorry, Dallas. Like, you seen what we did to y'all in the playoffs last week. Come on, playoffs last year. Yes, Niners came in there and did what to y'all? Stop it. Sorry about you. Anyways, next game. Denver at Houston. This is a stay away game, as you can see. Just a stay away game. It's too high of a spread. And even then, Denver, they showed me nothing. Showed me nothing, dude. Sloppy game. Denver making horrible fumbles, just bumbling. I had money on that game too, and I lost money on Denver. I wouldn't trust Denver now, man. They got to show me something more. Houston, I don't know. To be honest, I want to do a little bit more research on them. I need to rewatch their game. I didn't get a chance to rewatch it yet. But, you know, they managed to tie the Indianapolis Colts. They tied them. We'll see. I like Lovie Smith, you know, with the Santa Claus beard, white beard. It's my guy. So, no, this is a stay away game. You know, obviously, you'd probably be on Denver to bounce back after the loss. But minus 10 points, no, I'm good. And they didn't even show me enough. I'm Jeezy. I'm good, man. So, no, this is a stay away game for me. This is an interesting game. Very interesting game. Green Bay, Chicago at Green Bay. Very interesting game. I have this in a special category. I have this on maybe games. However, it's a short list because of the high spread. I was thinking about making this one of my picks. I was thinking about putting money into this game, but I don't know, man. I just got so mad at Green Bay last week for playing so bad at Minnesota. I had money that Green Bay screwed me in Minnesota. Look, Green Bay, the receivers can't get open. Receivers can't catch the ball. They can't block the run. They can't protect Aaron Rodgers. Their defense questionable at best. They took a step down. They lost Zadarius Smith, who smacked Aaron Rodgers on Sunday, who now plays in Minnesota. I don't know, and don't get me started on Chicago. They were slipping, sliding on us. Okay, Chicago, they was on us. They whooped us, man. Chicago got us, man, last week, and our defense looks suspect. I need to see. I believe the Niners do bounce back at Seattle, but man, Chicago showed a lot, so I can't. If I had to pick, I'd probably pick Green Bay because you know how Aaron Rodgers feels about Chicago Bears. Does he own the Soldier Field? He owns the franchise or something. You know how Aaron Rodgers feels. But I'm not gonna, after what happened last week and minus the 10 points, no, I just can't. I just can't do it. Even if I buy it down to 8.5, it's still, like I said, if I had to bet it, I'd probably pick Green Bay minus the points. But I'm not gonna bet it. It's like they can't even move the ball, and Chicago showed a lot. So no, this is a maybe game at best. I probably won't be putting any money into this game, y'all. I'm sorry about that. So yes, let's go to the couple games left, and I'm taking a long time, but it's all good. Almost done. Tennessee at Buffalo. Pretty much these games are quick. These are both stay away games from me, as you can see. Well, actually, one of them, the Buffalo game, I put into here just because of the big spread, but I'll just go over it quickly. Tennessee Buffalo. It's a big spread. I think these are both on Monday night games. Yeah, both Monday night games. I think they're going to be close games. Both teams, all 4 teams are really good. Buffalo, Tennessee, really good teams. Tennessee coming off a tough loss. Like I said, kind of a lucky loss at New York Giants. Came in there, kind of a lucky loss. They missed a field goal into the game. I believe they'll be coming in at least ready to fight, at least make it a close game, closer than a 10-point game. So if I had to pick this game, I'd probably juice it up to 11, maybe 12 points. But yeah, I think I'm picking Tennessee as a live dog to come into the Bills. I think the Bills will win. It's obviously a stay away game for me. But if I had if I had to pick maybe a live dog, similar to the Atlanta game, similar to Atlanta over the Rams, maybe possible, but I won't be betting on it. Most likely not. In this game is pretty much a pick 'em. But good luck. Go ahead and pick 'em. Both teams are very, very good. Minnesota looked amazing against Green Bay. Cousins looked good. They could run the ball. Dalvin Cook, amazing. Defense looks amazing. And Philadelphia's probably going to win their division. Probably going to make a playoff run. I love Jalen Hurts. Both teams are amazing. I wouldn't want to bet against either team. A stay away game for me. So I think that goes through all the games right there. Let's just because sometimes my book doesn't have all the games. I believe that's all the games, right? I think so. Yeah, that's all of them, right? Yeah, that's it. So that's my picks on all the games. Took a while, but sorry about it for the long-windedness. Yeah, that's my pick. Just double checking that. Yeah, that's all of them. So that's all the games. My picks on all of them. Oh yeah, and if you want to go over the weather, like I said, the weather doesn't see any forecast of rain for any no rain yet in the forecast for any game, so it's not really a factor. I did check that, and I did already go over the injuries. Like I said, the Cowboys, the main injury, Dak Prescott. Out of my money games, there's not any major injuries. The Baltimore does have some injuries at the cornerback position. Nothing major, I believe. I don't think it's going to affect the game too much. Like I said, these are my money picks. I've already been talking about it, so let's just go ahead and make some bets, guys. So the first bet we want to go ahead and make is we want all three games. We want Tampa Bay. All three. We're going to probably take 2 tickets. So all tickets we want Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, Cleveland. So let's start with those. Tampa Bay minus the 3, Cincinnati minus 7, and Cleveland minus the 6. Okay, and then in the first ticket, we're going to go ahead and grab Carolina plus the 3. Carolina plus the 2.5. Well, I'm going to choose a 3. Go. So yeah, now we'll go ahead and see how much money we get. So this is a parlay, 14 parlay plus 12. Look at that, that's nice. So $1 bet in this will win $12. That's a little bit much. We like to keep it around 7 or 8 or more, but we do want to buy some points. So I said we're going to buy 1.5 on Cincinnati to get it to 5.5. We're going to buy Carolina. We'll just buy 1.5 on everything and then see if the spread's still where we like it. So we bought 2. We're at 4 plus 4 on Carolina. We'll get this down to minus 1.5. So win by. We might be able to not buy as many. Let's just see, and then buy here. So now we bought points on everything. Now we'll see what we want. Is it over 7 still? Nope, not quite over 7. We like to keep it over 7. So we'll go ahead and only buy 1 point on the Tampa Bay game. I think they'll win by at least a field goal. And there's not too much of a difference between 1.5 and 2. And then New York Jets. Let's see what this is. It gets us over 7. Still not over 7. So let's try to see what we can do here. Bengals. I think they're gonna whip the Cowboys. So we'll take this to minus 6. Still, let's see if it's over 7 now. Almost 7. We could probably take it at 6.98. Probably take it at 6.98. New York Jets at Cleveland Browns. We could probably take this on to 5 too. All right, now it's got to be over 7, right? Yeah, okay. So now we got Cincinnati minus 6. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We got that's good. I think they will. We got plus 4s. Like I said, even if the Giants win, they got to win by more than a field goal touchdown, pretty much. Plus 4, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like the Tampa Bay minus 2 is fine. And then I like that. So we'll go ahead and put 5 to win 35. We'll go ahead and place that bet. And that $5 to win 35, place it. Just like that, bam, bet is successfully placed. So like last year, like I said, I had a certain amount of money in my account. I times that money by 6 by mostly placing these parlay bets, but only like $2 or $3 or $4. Yeah, I never even bet $5. So this year I'm gonna try to bet $5 or more on my money picks and just see how that works out. But yeah, so I'm gonna both of mine are gonna be $5 this time. Like I said, next one is gonna be Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, Cleveland. Tampa Bay minus 3, Cincinnati. Cleveland here minus 6 in Cincinnati. Minus 7. And then this one we will take Baltimore. This one we will go ahead and take Baltimore minus 3. Okay, now let's see what that gets us. That probably gets us about 12 again. Yes, I can start buying points. Same thing on Cincinnati, so buy 5.5. Buy points again, see what we get. We like to buy points. We try to beat the casino. Try to beat the casino, guys. Again, we're close to 7, but we don't need this. We don't need this many. We'll just keep Cincinnati at 6 on both tickets. Keep this on 2 on both tickets. It's fine. We're happy with that. See about now where we're at. Oh shit! No, we don't want to bet that much. Almost at 7. All right. So what else can we do? Can we take Baltimore? See, I'm not as confident on this game. I want to keep buying the whole 1.5 points on this game. I'll let another half go on here. Like I said, I'm pretty confident that Cleveland's going to run all over the Jets. So minus 5 is cool. Now it should be over 7. Yes, we are. Another $5 bet and place it. So now we have 1 ticket for Cincinnati, Tampa, Cleveland, and Baltimore. Then we have another ticket for Cincinnati, Cleveland, Tampa, and Carolina. So now we have two tickets right here. 5 to win 35. Both are 5 to win 35. So we'll see what happens. Those will be my money picks of the week, guys. I know this video is already too long, so I'm going to end it here. But as you can see, live betting, live gambling. And like I said, I'm trying to make one video every week going over my money picks. And then as the season progresses, we will go ahead and see how my money picks work out. See if which tickets hit, which tickets fail. Yeah. I will warn you, I might possibly be taking some other tickets at the last minute that are not in the video. But as you can see, I will show you the receipts and stuff in the next video to double check if they hit and everything. So there you go. This is me, Madden Football, again, signing off. Until next time. Thanks, guys.